waist and then go and bend your back. Go and bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. Will the DJ please turn up the bass to the max? Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. Shake it to the
Come through Thursdays. Once again, it's your main man, Tone Hollywood, with 100.5 The Vibe. And I tell you what I love to do is always bring somebody from the community to come on by and talk to us about some great things they got going on. And somebody that we've had before, she's got even more great things going on. She's super busy. I had to call her agent. I had to call her manager. I had to send her Morse code. I had to send her a direct message on MySpace. You know, any way to get in contact with her to talk about some of the great things that she's got going on. And I have her right here. Please give it up for the most amazing Tasha Turnbull here in the building. What's going on, Tasha?
Thank you so much for having me, Tone. You are a mess. Let me tell you. Lord have mercy.
A mess? No way. No way.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah. Yes. It's always some stuff going on. It is. I got to bring it.
You always do. So, but let's go ahead. But while we're bringing it, let me go ahead and bring it back a little bit. So no one, if they don't know who you are right now, everybody, let's go ahead and introduce who Tasha Turnbull is.
Yeah, so I've been in the fitness and wellness space for about 16 years now. I started off as a certified personal trainer and owner of T2Fitness, a fitness training facility in Virginia Beach. And I transitioned to doing a lot of speaking with regards to wellness at companies, organizations, and different workshops and retreats and conferences. And I have a nonprofit organization, the T2Fitness Foundation, which we provide free comprehensive wellness programs in the community for individuals diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension. So I like to combine not just fitness. I've moved into doing a lot of talk about wellness and helping us to manage stress. And so wanting to involve a different interventions and services, because what we are going through is multifaceted. So I want to provide multifaceted, holistic programming to really help us use wellness to improve our life for the better.
I appreciate that. I mean, number one, I'm diabetic, so when you say you have a wellness program that fits for diabetics, I was definitely all in it. Why all of a sudden you feel like there was a need to start to branch out into more into the wellness as well?
Well, because when I was doing training, I think it was very helpful for people when they came to the studio. But in talking with people and learning, and you have clients for years, and so you see that the other 23 hours of the day that they're not with you, they're struggling with a number of different things, different responsibilities, life challenges, and those bring stressors that impact the body in a number of different ways. So just exercise to me was not addressing the full scale of the whole person. And so I was like, I need to create something a bit more comprehensive to support people along their life journey. Mm-hmm. And so that's why with our programming, so we still have fitness, but we have success coaching, or what we call life coaching. And we also have heart healthy and diabetic friendly cooking classes. We have food-based mental health group therapy as well to assess people's relationship with food, because that takes a toll. A lot of times, some people, food is the crutch for you happy, sad, stressed, upset, depressed, you everything. And so that is causing more stress for some people and exacerbating conditions that we might have with diabetes, hypertension, or depression, or things of that nature. So it's good to get some guidance and assistance with that as well. And just helping us to our decisioning and our behaviors, checking that out to just implement healthier behavior practices. So it's about self-care, but a wellness focus, because we not talking, because getting your nails done ain't gonna really help you. It might help for the 20 minutes or so, but that's not gonna help you. Later on that day and the next day, we need healthy outlets to help ourselves out, and these outlets we want they can be material, but also it could just be something that we have in our possession as well, like something that's free 99.
Right.
You know, so we want something that's simple and practical to help us out. So that's why I created the program, to really address more of the whole person, because that whole how we interact, like, you know, physically, mentally, environmentally, those things affect, you know, how we decision Tuesday at 9 p.m. when it's time, you know, what you gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have the best thoughts, intentions at 10 a.m. Then, you know, 3 people done pissed you off, you know. Then you had to stay at work longer, and then something, you know, the kid that called you. Anyways, by 9 p.m.
By the way, but I know exactly what you know
what I'm saying?
I'm going through this.
You know, so it's like we have to be better at handling these things, because then we also have, you know, socially and politically, you know, other things going on in our country right now, which can play a role in your life or people around you, which then affects you as well. So I just want to remind people, like, the power of wellness and what it can do to help out. It might not be able to cure all, but it can help us to show up a little bit better with the challenging days we have going on, you know?
And for those that don't know, I've known you for a while now. You're
Yeah.
just an amazing person. I can talk to you all day long, by the way.
Aww.
I need to have a hidden camera in my house. You know, somewhere in the bathroom or somewhere in the den or somewhere.
Like somebody starts coming down from the ceiling.
Right.
Tone, what are you?
I'd be like, well, so I can drop the Twinkie, you know, drop the brownie, drop the slice of pizza or the whole pizza. But no, seriously, you had a transformation as well. And for those who don't know, let's talk about your transformation on what you did.
Yeah. So I grew up elementary school, middle school, high school, very much considered obese and overweight. And it took a toll on me physically, but more so mentally. Very much depressed, low self-esteem, very introverted, not speaking up for myself. And I just was always dependent on, like, achieving certain goals to satisfy happiness, because I wasn't happy within, because I didn't like how I looked. And I turned to, I think this was after college. So that was about 20 something years of, you know, going through that. And after college and not feeling the best, like, finished school and you ain't had no good job, and they promised you was just going to be making all this money. Yeah. And I was just like, this is some foolishness. And so I was back living with my parents, and I was just eating, you know, my little life away. And I was like, man, by the time I turn 30, I'm easily going to be 300 pounds, because that's how much, you know, what the scale was going towards. And I was like, there wasn't a specific moment in time, but I was like, I'm going to have to help myself, because I didn't have family that could help me, because my family members, they were experiencing diabetes and hypertension. My friends were small, so they couldn't really identify, and there wasn't any, like, social media at that time. I'm aging myself, you know, but I'm just like, holy hell's bells, like, what am I, you know, going to do? And so I just looked to strength training. I just decided to pick it up. I, you know, heard some stuff about it, and I was like, I'm just going to test it out. And it truly changed my life in terms of helping me to gain confidence in myself. Like, I found a win, like I found an outlet, something that's for me, and I felt empowered after doing a 45-minute workout. Like, I didn't get that at my job. I didn't get that after, you know, finishing undergrad and grad school. I didn't get that, but I got it from lifting weights and feeling like power over my life. And so I just stuck with it. And in the end, I ended up losing 100 pounds, which I didn't know that was going to happen. Like, you know, and so I was just like, man, if I can do it, anybody can. And so that's why I was just like, I just found my purpose in helping people along this journey, because I know it's such a struggle with food, because it's something easily accessible even before the pandemic. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's something easily accessible, and I still can struggle with different things, because now as I'm older, I have more responsibilities, right, than I had when I was younger. And so it's always a matter of tapping into my strengths and reminding myself of the habits that I've built up. Like, this lifestyle has helped me a very long way. So I'm really concerned with trying to get people to open up to the possibility of not leaving the movement whenever something, whenever stuff gets too busy or something. Like, why is the exercise or the healthy eating or like that mindset, why is that the first thing to go? Well, I'll just do the workout another day. No, you won't, because then it'll start to like a whole 6 months, then went back. That one thing that happened, like, and that might be the one thing that you do for yourself. Yeah. It might be the one thing you do for yourself every day, and you just gonna give that up? What?
Yeah, no, you will not.
Shoot.
Not on Tasha's watch.
So yeah. So it's truly helped me to change my life, and that's why I'm so passionate about. And I've seen the transformation happen in my clients and so many other people, regardless if you're 25 or 75. I've seen it all. So I'm always encouraging people, like, hey, don't miss out on the power that can come from you including wellness in your life on a daily basis. I
love that. Once again, we have Tasha here, and I'm so glad that you're here to talk about your story, because I think that's just as important.
Yeah.
I can't front. I'm one of those people, like, if a track coach or something like that, I'm like, okay, what have you done that makes you think that you can make me run fast? You know what I'm saying? or when you're in the gym and you look for a personal trainer or something like that, it's always like, okay, what type of credentials do you have?
Yeah.
And I think it's important. You have such an amazing story, background, and such a relatable story.
Yeah.
It's something that the people have gone through that are probably like, I've been in that same position. I've been in that same boat. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Whether it was coming out of college or just graduating from high school or just struggling at work. So I think kudos to you for having the ability to do that and to keep the weight off, girl.
I'm trying to keep my little life together, Tone. Bless my little heart.
So let me get the full camera on you right quick. Let's get to the full camera.
Stop. You are a mess.
Look at her. Project, word. Okay. But I'm joking around, but I'm being serious. That's amazing. And how long was it, like, from now to when you got all the weight off?
So for 2 years, in 2 years I lost like 75 pounds, and then like 2-3 years after that I lost like the other 25 pounds. And so I always tell people, because, like on social media now, it seems like much quicker. Because, if I divide it by 2, that's 75, that's like 30 pounds, like in a year, which that is something. But like, these people are here doing some serious transformations, like in 6 months. And I'm like, we need to, I lost it slower, but I've been made able to maintain that more over a longer period of time, because when you do things very drastically, it's kind of hard to keep up a drastic anything.
Of course, yeah.
Like, even like a drastic workout schedule, like I'm going to be in a gym 2 hours a day, 5 days. Like, goodness well, you can't do that. Like, so anything you're doing drastic to lose weight, you're not going to be able to keep that up. And who's trying to just be cute for 2 months? You know what I mean? Like, let's, and that's why I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's better to do it the short and stable way as opposed to, the long and stable way as opposed to the short and drastic. Right. Like, yeah.
And you've created plenty of programs, but you got a program that's coming up next. It's the movement experience.
Yes.
Talk to us and enlighten us when we can get ahead and get
Yes. Yes, Saturday, June 7th.
Okay.
Saturday, June 7th. Saturday, June 7th. Saturday, June 7th. Let me tell y'all, I need you all to be in the building Saturday, June 7th. The movement experience is, more than an event. It's a movement, and it was created to remind us the power of physical and mental movement and how that can change our lives. And it's happening June 7th. So we're really at kind of like that midway point of the year. And if you're someone who like started off strong and you need a restart, a jump start, like a reminder about your why, then this is it for you. Or if you've been needing, like, you want to get started in a fun way with other people who are on the journey with you, come on out. And so it's a half-day wellness event that is geared towards people of all fitness levels that are interested in wanting to improve and maintain a healthier lifestyle and support a meaningful cause as well. So it'll start with a 1-mile walk with intention setting. And we'll have some health coaches that will provide you questions for you to think about as you're walking, because what we want is to make sure when we're doing activities, and this is just in general when you're working out or making decisions, if you are more intentional about your goals, you are more likely to stick with them. And so really putting your energy and effort into a walk, really putting your energy and effort into your food choices. And so through the walk, we're going to be asking questions to make sure that we have the right intentions around what goals we want to achieve. That is one of the first pieces to help us to reach this goal. Because who is tired of setting goals and like the same goal for like 8 years? Okay?
Start over again. We're going to start over again. Yep.
We ain't got time for yo-yo in 2025, Toe.
We don't. We do not.
Shoot. So that's what we'll do at the first part. Then we are going to come back inside, and it's at the Slover Library. We're going to come inside, which is a beautiful space, a lot of windows, and we're going to do a body weight workout with resistance bands, and that'll be led by me. And the resistance bands were provided by the American Diabetes Association. Yes. They've been really good supporters of the T2Fitness Foundation for years. And so I'm all about us using our body weights to get in a solid total body workout. And the resistance bands will provide some resistance to work on resistance training and developing that strength or preserving our muscle strength. Then we're going to have lunch. And while lunch is taking place, we will listen to a wellness power panel. We have a number of people on the panel. It's moderated by Ambi Renee. Yes. And we have Dr. Farrington. We have Tiffany Neves from Town Center Cold Press, and we have, oh my gosh, Pastor Ginger Simpson, and then we also have Latasha Anderson of Alabaster Counseling. So we wanted a doctor, therapist, and 2 wellness enthusiasts who are just people who are just living their life and have incorporated wellness into it and to help out with their busy schedules. Then we are going to slow things down for the lovers in the house, and we are going to have a restorative Pilates session on the mat, and then guided meditation. And so our Pilates, our mats are provided by Fabletics. Okay. And so they have been a good supporter of the T2Fitness Foundation. And yes, and we'll have implementation settings. So now we set our intentions. How can we make sure that we execute these things on a daily basis? And that's it. And everybody, when you register, you will receive a mat and you will receive lunch. And it is going to be great. It's also sponsored by, like I said, Fabletics, the American Diabetes Association, Reese Family Services, and PRA Group, and Crunchy Hydration. Yes.
You got some great sponsors.
Yes, it's going to be so exciting, and it's just a half day of movement, but it is all what you need, not only to help you remind yourself of your why, but also to set you on a right path. Right. And 100% of the proceeds supports the T2Fitness Foundation's T2 Fresh Start initiative. What I said was that same program, that free 12-week program to support individuals diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension. So 100% of the proceeds support that. So we helping you out and we're serving the community at the same time. It's a win-win, boom, pop, pop.
Boom, pop, pop, boom. There's no hateration, no holleration in this here dancery.
Listen.
It's all about the movement. But seriously, it's all about the movement experience. How did you come up with something like this? I mean, it sounds like something that it took months and weeks or years almost to put.
It is.
I mean, how long did it take to put this program together?
A long time. Bless my soul.
I know you enough to know that you probably put something together like, nah.
Right, like.
I don't do this. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So, was it trial and error with that, or?
This was some months in the making just to come up with the concept. And the movement part is very fitting for how I've been operating, what I've been saying to people. Like, I've shied away a lot of times from saying like exercise or get in a workout. I'm asking people now, did you move today? Because the main thing, what we're looking for is movement. So a walk can be very powerful. Even a 5-minute walk can be powerful. And we just need a lot of stuff just to keep us in the game. So I noticed that I was saying to people, did you move today? Did you move today? Make sure you get your movement. Let's move. And I was like, this would be perfect, the movement experience. So finding different ways to get people moving.
This is an amazing program. June 7th is all going down. Once again, the movement experience. Where can they get registered? Where do they?
Yes, so they can go to myt2fitness.com. So that's MY, the letter T, and the number 2fitness.com. You can register via there. You'll see something on there talking about the movement experience. And make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, T2Fitness, and myself as well, Tasha Turnbull. We are getting it moving. We need you all there.
Right. Before I let you go, because like I said, I can talk to you all day.
Yes.
What is like one of your biggest success stories? What's somebody that, whether it's weight loss or maybe just a transformation mentally that you've worked with that you can actually brag about and say, hey, this person.
It was more so in the beginning weight loss. So I would post before and after pictures with people like their weight loss. But as I've gotten into talking more about wellness and more research even showing how wellness is important, addressing the physical and mental, I have been less concerned with the weight and how people feel. So people will still tell me like, oh my gosh, I went to the doctor, I lost 20 pounds. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but how do you feel? And they'll be feeling like, I feel great, blah, blah, blah. So I think in terms of like testimonials, people telling me that their A1C reading went down. Their doctor is wondering what they're doing. They have more energy to spend with their kids or their grandkids, and their spouse is saying like, hey, you have more energy. Right. Like, you still going and doing stuff. And so they are in a better space because they feel better about themselves. Right. And of course, some people have lost body fat. So they're like, oh, my clothes fit better, which is, I think for a lot of people, we just want to fit the clothes that we already got in our closet, Yes. So I think those things, people feeling more comfortable in their skin, their numbers going down, and they feel like they're a better participant in their lives, like those things. And in terms of with the T2 Fitness Foundation, I have emails and texts of, thank you so much for this program. This is so great. Like, we have videos those are the good things that I'm seeing, because losing weight can be good depending upon how it's done. Right. But that you losing weight doesn't say anything about how you mentally or emotionally are. You know what I'm saying? Or you did something very drastic to lose it. Like, you still don't understand how to take care of yourself. Right. And so 6-7 months later, we don't want you to have the same challenges that you're facing now. Mm-hmm. So I'm more so with people understanding how to take better care of themselves, how to make this whole wellness piece fit themselves, because my daily schedule might not look like Tone's daily schedule, but what Tone is doing is good for his overall wellness. And that's what we want. We want everybody to have their own personalized 2025 wellness plan that can help them to get from 1 week to the next in a healthier way. And so when I see that, when people share that with me, I'm like, okay, I got this. We rolling. We rolling. Yes.
And we rolling with you June 7th.
Yes.
Human Experience. Make sure you get to Tasha's social media pages. Go ahead, get yourself registered. I'll go ahead and direct as many people as I can from that watch this, that want to know where to get involved.
Yes.
Now, when's the cutoff? When is the cutoff?
You can register up until the day of.
Okay, perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
Yep.
And once again, thank you so much for what you're doing.
Yes.
And not just because you're a sister doing this, but just think, there's so many people that aren't helping out our community the way we need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it physically and mentally, and that can't be, that can't be equated. That's something that I know it gives you a good joy to see that, but it gives me a good joy to see somebody doing something like this.
Yay.
And we need so much, especially in
You're
these
right.
type of times.
You are.
I'm talking about when I say these type of times.
You say, did you get?
Did you get that wink, wink, hint, hint? There's some hateration and holleration going on in this dish. No, stop.
So silly.
Tasha, would love you to come back any old time.
Yes.
Movement Experience, June 7th. Make sure you get involved. Thank you for coming through on this Thursday. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Tone. Thank y'all.
Much success. That's what we do right here at 100.5 The Vibe.